Pensacola, Florida is a city in transition. It is experiencing a renaissance that has brought a flood of new businesses and people back downtown to the city center. It has changed dramatically over the last several years. The city provides over 95 beautiful public parks. It boasts 2 swimming pools, 11 community centers, 21 sports fields, 25 basketball courts, and 58 playground structures. What happens when you are too old for the monkey bars and you don't play team sports? Change does not come through just one person. Yet a single individual can be a spark that ignites a fire. John Schell, a college graduate who recently returned to his hometown to begin his professional career, found something missing from the city he loves.
Yeah, I still remember getting my first skateboard. It had to be one of the most exciting times in my life. Just remember, seeing the kids down the street that had the skateboard, and immediately I was just so intrigued and drawn to it. It was like just this awesome thing, and every chance I got, I remember going down to their house and getting to ride their skateboard, and it was so awesome.
Yeah.
And finally the day came. I think it was probably my birthday or Christmas, something like that, where finally, my parents agreed they were going to get me a skateboard, and they took me to Interlight, and I got my first Interlight skateboard deck and Venture trucks, Bones bearings and Spitfire wheels, and I was so psyched. Went home and
yeah, you're pumped. You got mom and dad to agree. You're like, yes,
yeah,
get on the streets.
Finally let me get a real skateboard. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, and then the next thing you want to do is build a ramp. Naturally, you want to build a ramp and have something to skate on. The street gets boring after you pick up on your little ollies and 180s and stuff. You gotta get out there and start testing the limit. That's when you need the park.
Yeah, it wasn't long after my first board that I kind of turned my driveway into the local skate park. All the neighborhood kids after school, our house was kind of the house where everyone would come to, and it was kind of like, it was kind of a safe place. Everyone could come and skate, and
Mom's making lemonade.
Yeah, Mom's making lemonade. We got the quarter pipe in the backyard and have, the rail set up in the driveway and the box and the kicker. And it was awesome.
In the United States, the sport of skateboarding is growing at a rapid rate of 166% in the last few years. Currently, there are over 12 million skaters and over 2,000 public skate parks. While skateboarding is increasing, participation in traditional sports such as basketball and baseball have been steadily declining.
I always played team sports. I played baseball for a long time, and I made all-star teams sometimes. But when I was about 12, I thought skateboarding was so cool, and I just had to do it. I got my mom to take me to get a board, and as soon as I got it back to the house, I already knew I was going to be committed to it, and sure enough, I haven't been able to stop since then.
My first board I got from my grandma on my 11th birthday, so I didn't have to borrow people's boards anymore. And I just grew up skating around in Gulf Breeze and around in Pensacola. I'd get dropped off, and that was kind of where I met a lot of my friends that I still have today. Tight-knit crew of skateboarders, and we just get dropped off and skate around Gulf Breeze, around the high school and around downtown, and just try to stay out of trouble and enjoy ourselves and have fun.
When I was about 10 years old, pretty much skateboarding there kind of all started in Mom's driveway in the street with a couple local neighborhood friends. Started on an old banana small board, with not the proper wheels and bearings. So growing up then, as first skating was just a lot of fun around the neighborhood, something to do after school, and kind of leaned away from playing school sports, so I was having a lot more fun just skating with friends.
I started skating when I was in middle school. I was probably 12 years old, and just started out with not having any gear and just borrowing from friends or having hand-me-down put together skateboards, but skating back roads, everything we could find in Pensacola, and getting kicked out of every spot possible.
My older brother got a skateboard, and so and he was a little bit of an alternative kid. You know, he wasn't big into football or baseball, and so he kind of idolized the early skateboarding culture, and so I just learned to skateboard from a very young age, just riding down the driveway, you know, and just trying to make turns on the, you know, around the curves, around the curves in our driveway and stuff. And it was, you know, so I've been on a skateboard for, I don't know, 30-something years now. So
skateboarding really gives kids a chance to express themselves in a way that team sports aren't really able to do. There's no real rules in skateboarding, and I think a lot of kids are drawn to that. And being a skate camp instructor, it was so rewarding to see a kid that was, you could just tell that they were hooked on skateboarding.
The culture of skating really has the potential. It's at a place now where you know, popularity is growing, and there's an opportunity to kind of reevaluate how we're looking at it culturally, how we're looking at it socially, and is that serving the highest and best interest of our community as a whole?
Yeah, I know, and you might be one of them, which is hilarious, but right there at the corner of Main and Palafox, we own all those buildings, and we redeveloped all that stuff. But right on Main Street, on the south side, we put that metal, there's a ramp, and we put like a little metal lip on it, and it's just ground down, man. Skaters have just ground that thing down. I guess that's, whatever that is something good for skaters to grind on. John's kind of looking around like, what name? But that's a great part of the story. We're gonna do what we do.
Yeah.
We either find a place to do it, you know, or we're gonna be all over the city.
Mayor Jones of Richmond stated, "If your town doesn't have a skate park, it is one." Without designated skate parks, skateboarders will make use of any and all terrain in their community.
Feel
here we just don't have anywhere like that, so we're kind of forced to skate around in people's businesses and public property. And it's not that we want to do any damage or ruin anyone's days, but it's kind of the only place that we have to skateboard. And it's not like that in California. It's not like that in a lot of big cities.
Growing up skating during middle school, kind of transitioning into high school, it was always rough finding places to skate. We had like a good group of friends that were always down to go skate around Pensacola or Milton. Sometimes we'd have to have our mom drive us and drop us off or pick us up. And then there'd be times where we'd get hassled like right away in the first 10 minutes or 20 minutes, it just kind of depends on the area and the way the person was feeling that day. So it was always kind of a struggle just finding a good place to train that people approved of and stuff.
Coming from a business standpoint, skateboarding would just be kind of, you'd look at it as a youthful thing, obviously, just a bunch of kids, and usually they're on your property and they're skating your handrails or skating your steps and getting in the way and being noisy, and really they're just trying to have fun. They're not out there to destroy stuff, but it would be a nuisance as a business owner because these kids don't have anywhere to skate. They're going to come to your property, which you didn't know that when you built your 8th stair with a handrail in front of your business, you actually created a perfect skating spot for kids. And there's, it's either that or go pay to go to a skate park.
We were skating there, and it was like getting dark. It's probably like 7:30 or something. And out of nowhere, these two guys came out of the woods in like full-on camouflage jumpsuits. One of them had a shotgun, and the other one had a knife. And they put it to Mark's head, and we all just stopped. We were like, holy crap. And they took his camera, they took his tripod. Basically, they just like went around asking us to empty our pockets. They took a couple cell phones, and they took off into the woods, and one of them even grabbed a skateboard and like ditched it when he got halfway in the woods.
I think that the general perception of skateboarders is they're probably, most of them think of them as thugs. They see them tearing up stuff and doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, and because of probably the way they dress and their lifestyle and stuff like that, that they live kind of a rebel type of life. You see some of the stuff that my generation grew up with in the 70s and 60s and stuff like that. Some of the skaters, the image that we had, even surfers too, the image that we had, that most of us were unemployed, drug addicts, and really, low self-esteem. We were just pretty much, bottom of the barrel, Well, my perception of skateboarders, it's a new generation that has come along. It's a real athletic sport. The kids that come into our stores and the kids that use our skate park that we have, a small one, to utilize, are great kids. They're very responsible, very polite, very conscientious, very appreciative of what we try to help them out with as far as giving them an avenue to express their athletic abilities. If anybody's ever tried to do some of these tricks that these kids are doing nowadays, they will know that they are full-on athletes. Not only just very strong and very diligent and very dedicated to what they do, but they really are top-class athletes.
I think Pensacola is like, we're ready to have a place where, younger kids, skateboarders can go, and skate without getting kicked out, because it's illegal to skate pretty much everywhere downtown. I've gotten numerous citations and tickets for skating. And I feel like skaters are really viewed as kind of like, not criminals, but like, just kind of like bad kids.
I think that's a crime in itself. It's not a crime to own a skateboard, but it's a crime not to give kids ability to do their sport.
As the idea for a public skate park in Pensacola grew, John began to seek the advice from business leaders who could envision its impact.
And it's almost like these kids in Pensacola that are skaters, they're in a sense set up to fail because there's nowhere for them to go, really. I mean, there are a couple city parks, but the kids just pretty much lose interest in those parks because they weren't designed by skateboarders. You know, it would be like going to play tennis and the net's 10 feet high. So that, you know, the kids are losing interest, and anywhere else you skate, you're pretty much, you're a criminal.
Parents have kids of various ages, and it would give them the opportunity to have the younger kids playing here, the older kids as a family unit, they're all coming downtown together. And the younger ones here, the little older ones, depending on the age and where they are using the skate park. And it's a possibility for events, again, to bring people down and families together to come enjoy good sport.
Well, I think that as a community, what better way to invest into our youth than to provide an avenue, a safe avenue of a park like that kids can go to, that they can work on in a safe environment, where they can skate, hang out, do multi-areas where you have, you know, their brothers and sisters might be playing in one area, they might be in the skate area, their parents might be walking the track. I think it's a great idea.
And reading the piece in the Pensacola News Journal I thought was fabulous, because you're thinking big, and we are a waterfront town. And what I liked about your idea is the whole passion, energy that we brought into office about having a walkable downtown, a bikeable downtown, talking about health, talking about wellness. You're seeing everybody come out of everywhere walking downtown and being downtown. But when you talk about skateboarding, which is really cool, because I like to believe in this idea of the 880 rule. You know, when we were 8, we loved to skateboard, and when we're 80, I don't know if we can skateboard. Maybe there are some 80-year-olds out there skating. But it's something we never forget. It's a passion. It's a love. And so I see a lot of skateboarders. I live in East Hill, there's no secret. I see a lot of the skateboarders, and some will recognize me and say, hey, Mayor, you know, we need a skate park, you know, and I like to listen, you know, and you want to get ideas from the younger generation, most importantly. And I think Pensacola tees up to have an amazing skate park, and I think having huge competitions here. We used to have amazing competitions on Bayou de Har when it came to wakeboarding and skiing, water skiing, which I think is important. And that's why we took the idea a few years ago, getting people out there renting kayaks and sailboats, and now you're seeing the Pensacola Rowing Club out there, people rowing on Bayou de Har. So creating that outdoor lifestyle. And with the skate park, I think you know, you have so many families now, and generation like me, 46 now, but I have an 11-year-old. You know, the family wants to be around there, whatever the kids are doing, to be a part of that. And I think the lifestyle is something that, John, that you're really talking about, and it's an experience. I think when you think about Pensacola, you think about an authentic city. Authenticity is very important. So you want to create that experience right here in Pensacola, because obviously it's something that you do today and you grew up doing, and you're carrying that with you in the future.
Pensacola has a rich history of skateboarding culture, dating back to its first skate park, the Paved Wave, drawing great interest in the early 70s. Local businesses like Interlight and Waterboys have added to the growing scene and helped spark a love for the sport in many young kids in the area. A study conducted in Long Beach, California, revealed that a public skate park had a positive effect on its community. Drug arrests dropped by 60% and violent crimes dropped by 29%. A local politician in Santa Rosa County, Patsy Lunsford, recognized the opportunity she had to impact young students in her town. Raising money through many fundraisers such as bake sales, Mrs. Lunsford was able to build a state-of-the-art skate facility. It provides a training ground for many young skaters searching for a safe environment to express themselves and practice their sport.
The city gave us the land. It was an old tennis court, and we turned it into the skate park. We looked at Gulf Breeze and we looked at other places and had material sent to us about the type of skate park that we wanted, and we decided that we wanted to have a state-of-the-art if we were going to build it, we wanted the best. And so we asked Team Payne to come and look at the project and tell us what it would cost us. And then we set out to try to find out a way to get it.
So being just so grateful and blessed to have the Milton Skate Park built, that was a huge, just key moment in my life that motivated me to actually, I decided to move to California to pursue my dream, just continue skateboarding.
With the promise of a community garden, local eateries, green space, and energy conservation, the Community Skate Plaza can enrich the community and the families that visit.
I like the multifaceted approach you took of including people who don't skate, because then I could go hang with my son. You know, he's out there, he's kind of doing his thing, I'm kind of doing my thing, then we chat and come together, and then we go our ways and then come together. And it'll create diversity and bring together many people.
Life and purpose can change direction when coming to terms with tragedy. Blake Austin Doyle, at the age of 29, lost his life walking on the train tracks on January 24, 2015.
When they lived in the Brainerd house, skating on that flat bar rail in the driveway till I don't even know how many hours in the night. I remember Blake teaching me how to do a backside tail slide, and I still could never do it. Which I wish I could, because I know his favorite trick was a kickflip backside tail slide, for sure.
I think it would be a huge deal to him. I think if he was alive, he would be a part of it 100%. He has a little girl coming, so he'd definitely be a part of it. After his accident, he still wanted to do it, but he couldn't, and he was always with us when we would do it and stuff, and we all got older and stuff, and now we're old enough where we can make a difference, and I know that he would definitely be involved and want to be probably like one of the main people. So yeah, he would love it. Definitely love it.
And the part being about Blake is honoring in itself. I think it is an amazing thing that you want to honor it and for Blake. And I think Blake's partake to it, if he was here with us, would for sure be excitement. Because him being a skater, being a surfer, all the board sports will definitely keep his name alive into it, because we all knew that he loved it before he even lost his leg. So for him, I think it would be touching.
I love you with all my heart, Blake.
Love you, Blake.
There is nothing I want more than to see you walk through that door. I miss you so much. I still can't believe that you are gone, nor will I ever understand it. I want to thank you for choosing me as your wife. You are the best thing that has ever happened to me. You taught me what the true meaning of love is. I can't express enough what you mean to me and how I won't be the same without you. I love that you lived your life to the fullest every single day. I am so honored that I got to be a part of it. You are yourself, and you never changed for anyone. You were the most positive person I had ever met. Even with everything that had that you had gone through in your life, you never let anything bring you down. Not only was I in love with you, but I looked up to you. You have left such a strong impact on everyone, and that impact is love. You would be so proud of everything that has recently taken place. This plaza will be a sweet reminder of a man that was truly amazing. I believe our community is going to be a better place now because of you. It warms my heart so much to know that our daughter will always have a place to go where her dad is honored and remembered. I just know you are looking down at us from heaven with the biggest smile on your face. I'll always keep looking up. I love you.
I can't say exactly when or where this project will happen, but it will become a reality. You can be a huge help by donating financially, donating your skills and time, or simply by sharing what we're up to with your friends and family and sharing on social media. Happiness is to love, as God is to life. Blake said that.
First try was more than enough, was more than I thought. I shared my emptiness and gave it all I've got. If ever I felt enchanted, it was stolen and held for granted. But met someone like you, my dreams are suddenly true. Tell me that all I have done was all meant for this one, and all that I sacrificed was captured by none but Christ, and held at the weight of my feet to step to a simple beat until you appeared for me to bring back lost feelings. That broken door and took away my greed to give me what